My name is Dr. Mo Al-Gendi. I'm a postdoctoral fellow at the University of British Columbia and at Children's and Women's Hospital here in Vancouver, BC. And I do support the report. So what is the report anyway? Simply, it is a report written by Dr. David Naylor that lays out a multi-year agenda that could transform the Canadian research capacity across the nation. Why is this important to you? Basically, the amount of money spent on fundamental research has decreased over the past few years. As mentioned in the report, the loss in natural sciences and engineering research is about 36%, and the loss in social sciences research is about 31%. That is about 1/3 decrease in money spent on Canadian research and on researchers such as grad students, postdocs, and PIs. And this loss impacts the quality, amount, and overall performance of research in Canada. Research that is so important for us to develop and progress as a nation. Sadly, in 2017, Canada placed 18th in a recent innovation ranking and is not even among the top 10 countries in the world. Here is one of BC's top scientific minds sharing their thoughts about the report.
Hi, my name is Brotto, and I'm a full professor in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynaecology here at the University of British Columbia. I'm also a Canada Research Chair in Women's Sexual Health. I also have the distinct honor of leading our provincial Women's Health Research Institute. It is well known that intimacy and sexual health are fundamental aspects of quality of life, and yet about 1/3 of women experience chronic and distressing difficulties in the domain of sexual health, for which there are few, if any, effective and safe treatment options to help these women. Our research over the past 15 years has established psychological interventions such as mindfulness meditation as effective for the treatment of sexual dysfunction and chronic genital pain in women. And this research has directly impacted the clinical care as well as guidelines, international guidelines of women seeking treatment. As a researcher in women's health and the lead of our Women's Health Research Institute, I'm acutely aware of the importance of funding for making new and critical discoveries that will improve the lives of women. I fully support the report to improve funding for women's health research topics and also for all scientific questions in Canada. There's a critical need for this, given that new investigators are unable to carry out the research that will catalyze their own careers. Mid-career scientists like myself experience gaps in our funding programs of research and face the reality of letting go of key research personnel to support our teams. I support the efforts of our federal government and the important work by our Minister of Science, Christy Duncan, to follow all 35 recommendations of the Naylor report. In particular, I support the report's recommendations to increase more competitions for investigator-driven grants. Ultimately, the health and the well-being of our society depends on science, and when there are gaps in science funding, there's an incredible cost to Canadians' health, their well-being, as well as to our future generations. We need to rally together to support all 35 recommendations of the Naylor report and to restore this key funding for our nation's scientists and for their students.
So what can you do right now to help and support the cause? 1. Write to your Member of Parliament. Click on these links for information. 2. Write a letter to the Finance Minister, Bill Murno. Here is his address. 3. Be vocal on social media. Use these hashtags in combination. Finally, I urge you to support the report and support the future of Canada.